Hey, good Wednesday morning. It's May 21st, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Michael Clark with BAM Weather, and we're going to talk about the Indianapolis 500, the running of the Indianapolis 500's forecast here this Sunday. We've had weather models going back and forth on rainfall. We're going to do a deep dive into the forecast for race day, look at multiple different solutions and weather models here, and kind of give you the best possible take from this. So be sure to share it with a friend. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. This is the location we're pulling the data from right now for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Pull up the 10-day forecast here. Thanks to clarity. And the average high temperature for race day in Indianapolis is 77 degrees, coming off a morning low of 57. It's a typical. It's not out of the question to get a 0.2 of an inch of rain for that day. Last year, on the day, we had 0.3 of an inch. It was a rainy period last year. The forecast right now includes, if you look at data without interpretation, a 50% chance of rain. Okay, it's 4 or 5 days out. You understand it's 50-50 when you look at data without the interpretation of a human meteorologist. Well, that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to interpret the data and look at all the different things. I'm going to show you the different models here. We're going to start Sunday morning. European model, keeping rain to the south. Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Canadian model's got rain to the south. GFS is probably the furthest north solution, but has rain south of I-70. The German's Icon model, well south and west. And the UK Met, the United Kingdom's weather model, which at day 4 has the highest skill score right now. It's actually performing the best at day 4, is keeping rain almost entirely out of Indiana Sunday morning. There's a reason this is going on. I believe the trend probably continues. There's a big area of high pressure up off the map here, but this is a 1026 pressure line. Here's another 1024 pressure line, and it's driving into northeast wind. Well, northeast winds are dry, for one. Okay, they blow dry air in and less humid air and really nice air overall. In fact, it would be great air for air-fuel ratios and racing on Sunday, to be quite honest. But to me, the weather models have had a tendency to try and bring this precip too far north and east. And one thing we know in meteorology and weather forecasting is a low can never move a high. It just doesn't happen. And so I'm growing more confident in the idea that we may not see any rain Sunday at all, possibly. UK Met, Sunday, 11 a.m., GFS, 11 a.m., European, 11 a.m. Again, GFS furthest north solution may be up to Jasper, Bedford area at best. Time the race gets started, we'll go 1 o'clock or so. UK Met, again, best performer right now. German Icon, again, maybe some suggestions of light showers in here. If you looked at an atmospheric sounding or profile of the location, which maybe it's not going to load for me. No, not going to load. But nonetheless, it's trying to suggest maybe a light shower further north. It doesn't have anything to back it up. GFS is southwest, Canadian southwest, European southwest. If anything, a low-level cloud deck and possibly an isolated shower off this run. But again, UK Met, it's not even close in that regard. By the end of the race, UK Met, GFS, European, everything is still south. Okay, so at this distance, what we'd want to do is say, all right, let's look at the ensembles. Let's look at kind of what the ensemble data might be suggesting. And the ensembles is where we look at multiple different variations of these runs with different initializing conditions and an average of all the outcomes. So you're going to look at, an average of 100 weather models here is what an ensemble is essentially. All right, this is Sunday afternoon. Let's start Sunday morning. 6-hour precip forecast. Maybe enough to make the pavement wet if you ask the UK Met ensemble. Majority of it south. The German Icon, 0.1. The GEFS, 0.1. The EPS, maybe enough to make the pavement wet. the Canadian Ensemble. You can see what I'm doing here in the morning. The majority of everything is south and west, and what you're getting here is kind of the outer noise of the ensemble mean trying to suggest a shower there. All right? Not surprised at that distance. By the time the race starts, Canadian Ensemble, European Ensemble, American, Germans, and the UK Met, which again, best performer at this distance. Not bad, keeping most of it south. The fact that none of the green is in the area, all right, the fact that I think that we have high pressure and control, we'll take it out to Sunday evening. To me right now, the best bet is to keep rain out of the forecast and keep it southwest, all right, and keep a temperature at race time probably at around 60 to 65 degrees, okay? Multiple different pieces of data are in the mid-60s. The GFS is 10 degrees colder because of cloud cover. It has a cool bias. You never want to side with the GFS in temperatures 4 to 5 days out. That's the outcome. Mid-60s probably at the start of the race. We will wake up chilly, though. We'll wake up in probably around 50 degrees. The cloud cover forecast, that'll be up for grabs, but right now it looks to be pretty cloudy with just things close by in terms of rain and precipitation. Again, if I click on a profile here, this is actually a suggestion of just some high clouds. You see where the red and the green lines don't touch until 300 millibars, or roughly about 40 or 50,000 feet. There's high clouds here, but this would probably be, you'll see some sun here, in my opinion, in that particular setup. So, cloud cover forecasts are difficult. But again, there's the northeast wind. It's on every model, okay? And the high pressure is on every model. 1024 pressure. You're just probably not going to get any precipitation out of it. You're going to get a northeast wind, high clouds, temperatures in the 60s, and I think the rain stays southwest of the track right now. That's the call. So we'll go with lows not moving highs and dry air coming into the system and keeping things A-OK for race day for now. We'll keep you posted. Share it with a friend. Talk to you soon.